we've got a bit to cover, but let me just do a bit of a recap. So, Jane, did you get the links for from last week for Perry's two masterclasses that he's given away? You got
yes,
those?
I did.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Brian, there was a link at the end for the check, to go through and get the form so you can check your avatar and everything else like that. But that link didn't work. I'll let Perry know. So
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So that's what I messaged him about over the weekend. It was probably Sunday, so it was probably yesterday. Because I just wanted to make sure. So I don't know whether anyone else is having trouble getting on. Russell, Warren and Shelley have got an appointment at the moment, so they're going to get the replay later. So next week we got a local marketing guy coming on talking about. We'll get to that in a second. Five things about promoting an event. I think it was something like that. From Crocodile Marketing, he has a meetup on the Gold Coast, and it used to be a real coffee meeting every Thursday morning, and Jeff and I used to go, but now they're virtual, and their attendance drops off because it's easier to get distracted if you don't have to go somewhere. How's Jeff?
Hey, how we going?
Good. Okay, Nick, we might get started. But I don't know whether it's worth me telling everyone how great we are. I think they already know that.
It is, always.
It's always take every opportunity, Dave.
Okay, we'll just go back a slide. I just want to point something out. Just that I just like everyone to, because it was a hard lesson to learn. But I want everyone to really think when you're in business and you're doing anything, think about not only return on investment, but how much leverage you're getting for the time or whatever you're doing, and how much control do you have. So at the end of the day, you don't have to own it, but how much control do you have? Can someone switch it off on you and you bug it? You know what I mean? So that's what I just wanted to get across, is that's the difference between us and just a normal website developer, is that we look at your marketing strategy as a whole, as far as return on investment, leverage and control goes. So and that's why we recommend using WordPress as a website. Isn't that right, Jeff?
That's right, correct.
Yeah. Because you've got that control, but you've also got the leverage of being the best SEO platform that there is. And I'll give you a couple of examples of that later. So next, Nick, let's rip into it, because there was a couple others that said they were going to be on, but I don't know what happened. So next week is 5 top reasons promotional advertising fails. So this is David McMahon from Crocodile Marketing. He's going to jump on and run through those couple of things. So I don't care how much anyone knows, that you can always learn more, So next, Nick. Okay, so if you drop off, or well, you guys already know, but I get so many people that re-register for every meeting. It's unreal. And then I've had a couple this morning, and they're not on yet. So anyway, you just use the same details, and I made that easy link to remember: findnetsolutions.com/quickie, as long as it's a capital Q, and the password's the same, Quickie. Yep. Okay, so today is cost and mistakes business owners make online. I'm not going to be able to get through them all, but I'm going to get through a couple of key ones that affects everyone that's been on these calls. So, did you get the link for the tool, Jane, for the QR code reader? So you can create one, because then you can put something like that on your bench counter as a promotion or something, and
Yeah.
You know, you could share your Facebook or your website address or,
Yeah.
you know, something like that. And people would just hold their phone up and go, zoom. They don't have to try and type it in if they're in a hurry, you know.
Yeah.
So, so everyone here is can grab hold of their phone, open the camera. When you open your camera, it'll just pull it in and you just go straight to it. And that's today's event. So you can tell everyone that you're getting awesome, and people can see that you're getting awesome because you're learning and growing. And they think, well, you know, they're not a, you know, there's someone worth dealing with, especially if it's someone like Jeff or Brian that's in, you know, around helping people in business. It's pretty critical, but it also helps increase your profile too, because you're sharing more around the business things. Next, Nick, and I'll give you a couple of examples of that later. Okay, so this is the first one, taking marketing advice from a salesperson. Okay, so a salesperson comes in a lot of different forms. It could be a marketing business, but it's a salesperson within that marketing business, or taking or from the wrong specialists, you know, because a specialist is good at what they do, but not necessarily across when you're looking at return on investment, leverage, and control, okay? Or taking advice from a newbie. So you don't want to be, in business, you don't want to be paying for someone else's time for them learning, okay? You want them to learn with someone else and you get the benefits of it. So you need to be able to see that it's a definite win-win situation for all parties, because if it's one-sided, they're only in it for them, okay? That's their main thing, is they're only in it for them. So, and they're not really concerned of what's best for you. So always think about return on investment, your leverage and control. And just, you know, and especially now, there's more and more, there's enough scammers out there before, but there's more and more now, and it's just unreal, you know, whether it be making money online or whatever. You know, in fact, that's one that we might cover in a couple of weeks, is how to pick an online business, or you know, or the pitfalls to watch out for. But we'll get into that. Next, Nick. Okay, so this is one that I was telling you about a couple of weeks ago, about a domain name that a client of mine let slide, and when we went back to look for it, they want $2,587 for it. That's GoDaddy, okay, for a domain name that would normally cost $23.95. So is that gouging or is that gouging? I don't know what the percentage is. Is that 1,000% or something, or 100, well, whatever. Anyway, it's a bit rude, but it was still there months later. I didn't check today. I was going to check today whether it was still available, but it's only because they've registered it and now they are trying to re-sell it. He just let his domain name go, and because a couple of people searched the wrong way for it, who were trying to help him, bump that price up way up to there.
Yeah, I got
so
one.
Next, Nick, what do we got? Okay. So we need to look at your business tools and how much control and leverage. Like if it's a Wix or a Squarespace or a GoDaddy website, you've got no control. You can't download it and move it onto your own server. It's there. It's hard or expensive to upgrade. So if you want to turn it into an e-commerce site or a site where you can accept memberships and stuff like that, it's either expensive or too hard. And the thing is that if you've got a website and something happens and you have to stop for some reason, and you can't afford the couple of bucks to keep it running, you're paying, if you stop paying for one of those other websites, you've lost it forever. It's not as if that you can download it and reload it again, okay? And get to start all over again. And we all know that it's the initial cost of starting is the main cost with anything in business. Next, Nick.
Always start with the end in mind.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Okay. Stop. So if you're looking, if you need a website that works, there's three types of website developers, apart from the do-it-themselves selfers or the ones that are sort of do it as a hobby. You know what I mean? There's the IT guy, the one that's focused, who's good at networking computers and doing all the other bits and pieces and getting your emails working. But they only focus on the techie stuff, and the website normally looks pretty average, you know, and it's got no real call to action. It doesn't engage the prospective customer at all. Then we've got the second group is the graphic person. I just call it the graphic queen because you normally think of graphics and ladies or things that make them look pretty. So and they're more focused on it looking pretty, but not really for SEO or functionality or even the marketing message. And the third group is the ones that are the pure marketers, and they're great at marketing, but they're only looking at the short-term return, you know, whether it be just a landing page just for a certain thing, and that's all they're looking for. Where you want to be is the sweet spot in the middle. Click once, Nick. Oh, yeah. So you don't want to focus too much on the IT guy. If he's only IT, it's best not to. Next. And the same with the graphic queen. And the next. But I'd rather have a marketer than a graphics queen or an IT person. But the where you really want to be is in the middle. Okay, because then you're looking at someone that's more focused on you, return on investment, leverage, and control. So does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay, because they're the main groups, and a lot of people just don't realise that. But if you're going into doing anything, just is it really all IT? Is it really all pretty stuff? Is because the main thing is marketing, but it's also the long-term marketing message. Anyway, next, Nick. Okay, so here's a couple of different website platforms. Wix is nice and easy, and I think you can start from free for free. Squarespace and WordPress is free. However, with WordPress, too far. Go back one. With WordPress, there's two different WordPress. There's the WordPress that you have on your own server, your own hosting, and there's WordPress.com, which is on the WordPress server. And you want to stay away from that because it's too restrictive. Squarespace, Wix, GoDaddy. What's some more?
Weebly.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a couple of them, and naturally there's more coming out because people are looking for more streams of income. Then you've got the single page landing pages, you know, for opt-in forms and stuff like that. And I showed you the Groove pages that they've got a free account for 3 sites, 3 pages without websites. But ClickFunnels, to give you an idea, to start your account to start with it, and it's easy. You can drop and drag stuff and everything else like that. But you don't own it. You stop paying for it, you don't get any more. But they start at $97 US per month for ClickFunnels, to give you an idea. No SEO value at all, no nothing. You can't download it and use it anywhere. You can do a similar thing with your WordPress website. But if it's a quick page that you need to knock up and you don't already have a website to do it, and you just need a landing page for some paid ads to go to, so you can get the details or to follow them up. You can use Groove Page, but if you've already got a WordPress website, there's a plugin and there's a free version of it. You can just do the same thing. So, and what's the next one? This is, and GoDaddy does domain name registrations, and they've also got their website with, and that's where your brother-in-law Brian is. Well, that website's a GoDaddy website, and they can't move. You can't move it anywhere. You can't do anything. You know. But the reason why, and the reason why the website developer did it that way is because it's an affiliate product, and he gets paid a commission for all the time. You know, apart from doing the website development, he keeps picking up a commission. And so it's not what's best for Ian, it's what was best for the website developer. So the thing is, it wasn't a win-win situation. The next thing I want to talk about just quickly is boosting Facebook posts. Okay, now Facebook is one of the marketing. Well, one of the you can market a couple of different ways on Facebook, can't you? You can do ads or you can promote it. I mean, you can boost it, but if you boost it, it might be quick and easy, but you're going to get 300% better, what do you call
Results.
it?
Return on
Not
investment.
necessarily results, but reach.
Engagement.
Yeah, engagement with actually doing a Facebook ad.
And you've got a bit more control over it as well.
Yeah, because you can pinpoint your audience rather than Facebook trying to work it out from the people that are visiting you, like you, and all that sort of stuff. And that's all that's going on, and what the things you look at. So,
because we've got to remember that Facebook's a business.
On Facebook, yeah, the things you look at on Facebook and around may not be in line with the audience you're trying to get to, you know, to do something with this post you want to promote. So let's just jump to the next one, Nick, and this might explain it better. Okay, we'll go through this just one click at a time. So, common mistakes business owners make online, and I see this all the time. So, where do you market your products and services? Are you after a branding, or do you want traffic and sales? And this is where a lot of business owners don't think about it. So, when people are looking for something, okay, what do? What, Jane? If you are looking for something, what do? Sorry?
Google it.
Google it. Good.
Yeah.
So, next point, Nick. On social media, people are not looking to buy because they're unaware, because they're on social media to be sociable, to check out what's going on, what's Brian up to, what's Jeff doing, you know, So they're unaware. You've got to remember the buyer's journey they have to be aware of the problem first, and then they go into the consideration, but they're not even aware on social media, unless it's something that it's a quick opt-in or something like that. It's a great place to test things, and it's a great place to do it, but it needs to be done right. So you need to have someone that really understands Facebook marketing or social media marketing. Look, I don't know, the so-called experts in social media marketing, there seems to be 16 billion of them in the last couple of years. Is that right, Brian? They just seem to come out of the woodwork anywhere.
There's more than that, Dave.
Okay, yeah, anyway. I was just talking about the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Anyway, because they're all experts, but most of them go about it the wrong way. You know, they're more at the marketing for a quick short-term thing, but they don't look at the long-term aspect of things, or look at and identify your avatar properly. Whereas the social media marketer that Brian and the team at Martin International use is really switched on, and is probably one of the best in the world. But again, you know, I don't think she'd be great at doing a website, but she might be all right at doing a website. You know what I mean? So it's, I mean, between all the experts, there's good experts and average experts, and ones that are just a bit like the website developer for your brother-in-law, Brian. You know, I mean, the website looks great, but Ian's got no control. He can't just shift it anywhere and fix it himself or do anything, you know. So, okay, so cost and mistakes business owners make online. A lot of people think it's cheaper to advertise on Facebook than Google, but it depends on what sort of advertising you're doing, because we've got to remember the buyer's journey. So most people fail doing Facebook advertising because they only do the one ad and they expect all the results. But how many times do you need to touch someone before they actually buy? You know what I mean? And because it depends what's going on in their head at the same time. And remember, Facebook, they're just scrolling like this. You've only got that long to catch their attention and then get them to stop what they're doing, to engage them. And so that's why most Facebook advertisers, most people that try and do their own Facebook advertising fail, because you need to do a different ad as they go through their awareness and their consideration, from unaware to consideration to the decision. And then you've got the experience. You know, they've got buyer's remorse. Oh, if I buy this, oh, is it really what I want? You know? So people think it's cheaper to advertise on Facebook than Google, but it's not always. Because by the time that you do that series of ads with A/B testing for each one and all that sort of stuff to make it work properly, lots of times, because people, if you're looking for people that are buying, lots of times Google AdWords is the best. Click the next one, Nick. Which means Facebook ads can work out dearer than Google AdWords, okay, if it's done right. But the thing is, depending on what it is, so and depending on the campaign, okay. Is that sort of clear? Okay. Do you understand what I was trying to get to, Jeff?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Because if it's a simple just a like or something like that, well, that's different to if you need them to commit to something, and the higher the dollar value or the time they need to spend, the more they need to be pampered or be they need to see it more, you know. So once they're thinking about it, they'll see it more and they'll see it more, and it just needs those extra touches. Okay, so what's next, Nick? Is this one going to share my screen?
Yep.
Okay, has anyone got any Q&A before I jump into? No? Got any questions, Jane?
Not at the moment.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen. I've got to find where I am. Share screen. So I'm going to share that screen. Share. Okay, so that's mine. I'll just shift that out of the way. That was my cheat sheet. Oops, I've lost everyone. Okay, rightio. So So you can see, what can you see, guys?
Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Okay, so to give you an idea, that 30 minutes that we spent last week in with Perry, I just want to show you the results that we got, and the heading we were used for was recession busted tips for business. Okay, so if you did a Facebook search for yeah, and you have a look here, there's the top 4 results. Then there's a video here from the other Quickie that I did, which was an intro for the 14 ways to cope with recession. Then there's me again. There's Finet Solutions. There's me again, and then there's Nicky again there. And that was just on Facebook, and that's within a week. Okay. Now, if you go to LinkedIn and you do a search for recession busted tips, here we go. On first, second, and Perry, who has the recession buster masterclasses. Well, he's third. Okay, so that's just to give you a bit of an idea. Then I'll just drop this down a bit. Now we'll just do, if the search was here, recession busted tips, the first video was this presentation last week, okay? The first link was the blog article that we did, which had that video in it. When we look at Recession Buster Masterclass, the top results is an ad for Masterclasses, but it's got nothing to do with a recession. Then comes Perry's page with the opt-in to find out more about it. But then if you have a look, the next one is a blog article which we did less than a week ago, and there's the video again. And then, is there any more down the bottom? So that's just to give you a bit of an idea. When we say to people that, see, because I could have paid for ads to be there, but as soon as you stop paying, they stop appearing. Where they're going to stay there for on and on and on and on and on. And so all it came down to was doing regular posts on Facebook, LinkedIn, and on our website, on our blog, to get that rating. Okay. But if people are searching for recession busted tips, they're going to Google it. They're not necessarily going to go to Facebook unless they know it's a Facebook group or something like that. Okay. Remember a couple of weeks ago we had Alan, the Google guy, was on from Rapid Reviews, and he was and he used to work for Google. And now if you do a Google search for Rapid Reviews Gold Coast, the first 2 listings are ours at Finet Solutions. This is well, here's Google My Business page. But that's just to show that that you just need to be consistent in business with all things, and that's including doing posts and articles. But the keywords were nothing flash. It was just what it was about. Okay, so when people are looking for that, because that's what they're looking for, that's what came up. Now, if you're looking at a Quickie Zoom meeting, okay, Zoom comes up. And then the next one underneath Zoom is Zoom meeting registration. Okay, Quickie Zoom meeting. And then below that again was Finet Solutions again. So I just thought I'd just run through those, and so that you had a bit of an idea. But you need to remember where is the person looking, and just remember when you're going to do something in business and online, just think of how much control and leverage you have and what's the return on investment. You know, it might be cheaper to start with or easier to knock up a Wix website yourself or a GoDaddy website or whatever, but in the long term it doesn't serve you. The same as those landing pages. In the short term it might be a quick fix to do something, but in the long term it doesn't give you that return on investment, because if you're paying $97 US a month for a couple of landing pages, you can have that for free within your own website, because you're going to have your website anyway. You just have the extra pages and hide the header and the footer. Anyway, any questions, guys? No?
No, not at the
Yeah.
moment.
Sorry? Did you have a question, Jane?
No, I said no. Yeah.
Okay. So next
just gonna make
week,
a comment.
Say again.
I was going to make a comment.
Yeah.
With the domain names.
Yeah.
I actually found one for my client. The .com was $3,000. The .com.au was just normal price. But I also tell them not to pay the renewal fee until they get in touch with me. One guy got onto GoDaddy to pay his renewal and ended up paying another $155 for a service he wasn't using.
Yeah, I know they gouging. Oh, you might want this, you might, and for the unaware. But the thing is, the best way for anyone to search for a domain name is within your domain account. So you've actually logged in, and don't do it on GoDaddy ever. But if you do it within TTP wholesale or net registry or whatever, and do the search in there, right? If you do the search and you're not logged in as you, I mean, because we're a reseller, so we've got a reseller, that means that that's getting picked up as if you're just anyone, and if a couple of people do it as just if anyone, it keeps bumping the price up, you know. So
Yeah.
what was
there's
next,
another
Nick?
firm that comes along and sends you a bill about 3 months before it's due.
Yeah.
And they're charging $70 a year.
Yeah.
You fall for that.
Yeah. Well, we charge $99 for 2 years for a normal .com.au, but included in that is our time to submit it to search engines again. You know what I mean? So we're taking, and we do that every year for our clients, you know, just so the bots come and crawl again, you know, because most of our clients don't do what Brian does and do regular posts, you know, because you do regular posts, Brian. And what did that lady from Ireland or wherever she was charge you for the posts?
Oh, that was
$15?
through hirewriters.com.
Yeah.
So you can put a request out to have a blog written about anything, and I'll give you an idea that we had I think it was a 400 or 500 word blog written on ink caps. Now they're little like ink wells that the artists put their ink in and tattoo. So how the hell could you write a 500 word article on a little thing that only costs half a cent? But they did it. And the writers, you just put it out and they'll come back and they'll say, well, we can do this and I'm really good at this. So you just choose one or a couple to do it. And this particular lady was actually a student from Edinburgh, and she wrote beautiful, really nice stuff for us. So yeah. And again,
it made
it's
a difference.
It's time.
Yeah. Oh, well, it made a difference for the tattoo artists, because they're on their phone and they need to order some more ink caps, you know, boom, boom, order, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's one service that I use every now and then, because I actually do like writing, but the thing is that someone else will write it completely different to you and you go, wow, I didn't think of that angle. So you know,
because it's a bit
$10 US or something that's
Yeah.
well spent.
The biggest issue as a business owner, we look at it from our point of view all the time. But the key thing is, a critical thing is that it's not for you. You're doing it for the customer, the potential customer. Everything, your website, the reason why you make your store look good, the presentation, it's not for you to make you feel warm and fuzzy. It's so the customer feels comfortable and wants to deal with you. So it's always about the customer, not about you or about how great you are or this or that or anything else. That's important for the customer, so they can see how build that trust and rapport and everything else. But and so they'll deal with you. So this is those Recession Buster Masterclasses that Perry has got. There's the link at the bottom. You can grab that QR code. At the end of one of them is that checklist. And I noticed that Perry messaged me back, so I didn't read it, but I think it said something about it's fixed. So you'll be able to grab that. Has everyone got that? Got it? Yep. Okay. Next, Nick. What's the last one? Oh, we'd love your feedback, but everyone here's done it. So thank you very much for previously. Okay. And in last week's follow-up, that came out Monday afternoon, Monday evening, was that QR code reader that Nicky uses. But next week we've got the top 5 reasons promotional advertising fails. And the week after that, Nicky's going to be sharing, she doesn't know this yet, some simple tools that can make your life as a business owner easier online. Okay? Just some simple stuff. Most of them are free, but just a couple of things that'll just save you time, money, and headaches. So with saying that, I think that's about it, guys. Okay. I'll see you all later.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.